Good evening. I'm Adam Flynn Tabloff, Director of the William M. Davies Junior Career and Technical High School in Lincoln, Rhode Island. I welcome all viewers, parents, friends, relatives, members of the Davies Board of Trustees, administrators, our excellent faculty and staff, and of course, our wonderful students as we celebrate the 49th graduating class of Davies, the unforgettable and undefeatable class of 2020. I'd like to take a moment to thank Channel 10 for providing us with a forum to celebrate our seniors. I also want to thank our faculty and staff for their dedication, their flexibility, and their resolve to continually support our students throughout remote learning. Finally, I want to thank our families for their continued partnership. I believe this was the most difficult year ever faced in public education, and we all rose to the challenge of remote learning and did so together. Students, you should take a moment to thank your loved ones and to send a message to your teachers, because graduation is a time that calls for reflection and thanks to the people that helped you to get here. It's time for us to start hearing from some of your classmates. I want to begin by introducing your class of 2020 president, Ibiolatiwa Akamalafa.
Hello, graduates. Do you guys remember all the bragging we did in freshman year about our graduation year? We all thought 2020 was our lucky number. Boy, were we wrong. But for today, let's focus on the positives. First off, we're graduating, so that's definitely a plus. All jokes aside, this class has been through a lot of trial and error together, and we still pulled through. We started off our junior year with only $100 in our class account. So many people stepped up to help fundraising, including Myra Soares, your vice president, Monica Marcos, Rama Boy, Ashley Manera, Ashanti Moore, and so many others that I do not have the space to mention. I know it's discouraging to graduate like this. However, our senior year might have been stripped away from us, but no one can strip away our unity. No one can strip away all the hard work that you did to get to where you are today. Don't lie, I know half of you considered dropping out. Maybe I'm one of them, but you persevered and finished strong. The remainder of our year was done through remote learning, and we still pushed through despite the hard change. That's when you could really see the unity in the class of 2020, the way we all helped each other out during remote classes, and how we all made sure we were passing. You see that diploma? It has your name on it. You did it. And I guess I could say I'm proud of you. This class is full of cosmetologists, nursing assistants, electricians, engineers, graphic designers, and so much more. Overall, brilliant people. We even had people in this class working on the front lines combating the virus as healthcare workers. That is truly a flex. And of course, I'd like to thank Mr. Flynn and all the teachers that worked hard to recognize the seniors despite the hard change. I honestly want every single one of you to be happy and successful, because I knew from the jump that class of 2020 was special. Definitely not in a global pandemic type of way, but that will have to do. Now go live your life and do big things. Just make sure you wash your hands after. Congratulations.
Thank you, Ibby. Our second speaker is the class of 2020 Salutatorian, Stephen Rogers.
To begin with, I would like to say congratulations to the class of 2020. We should be proud of where we are and what we have accomplished. I know that these last few months have been a struggle, and there have been many changes to our senior year. However, we should not be looked upon as the class that graduated during the pandemic. We have accomplished far more significant things during our high school years. We should not be remembered as the class that had no prom or the class who missed out on a proper graduation. That is an insult to every single graduate, parent, teacher, and staff who have worked so hard to get to this point. We are so much more than this. Your accomplishments should not be undermined. We can say we were the first class to accomplish virtual learning through our resilience and determination. We have gained the power to change this world for the better. Therefore, I want to make a deal with all of you right now. When we graduate from here, I want all of you to write your name in the pages of history. I want everyone to find how they can improve the world in their own way. I want everyone to be remembered for their actions and not by this pandemic. So get out there and make yourself worth being remembered. because history has its eyes on you.
Thank you, Stephen. Our next speaker is the class of 2020 valedictorian, Gloria Medeiros.
Hello, everyone. Welcome. I'm Gloria Medeiros, the valedictorian for the Davies Class of 2020. I know you are all aware of the current state of the world. We're all going through something tough right now. Just like the worlds of 1984, A Clockwork Orange, and Fahrenheit 451, we're all living in a dystopian society. The government is controlling many aspects of daily life, and there's nothing we can do about it. There are people getting sick around us, and there are others who are in distress over their family members getting sick. We worry about getting the virus ourselves, either at work or at the grocery store. We are all scared and wondering when all of this will end. The biggest thing of the whole pandemic, quarantine, being alone, having time for yourself. Most of us got what we wished for, like Henry Bemis in the Twilight Zone episode, Time Enough at Last. It is a good episode and I recommend it. Of course, there was a catch. We've been at home, taking time for ourselves, but since it's been a little over 2 months now, we're getting tired of it. Now, there are some of you that like playing video games all day, and that's your decision, I won't judge. I love video games too. But quarantine cannot last forever. We will need to be freed from our homes at some point. We need to experience the outside world with no limits. Of course, there are many negatives going on with this pandemic, and it feels as if it's been going on forever. Many of you are aware of the problems going on due to the virus, and you're all stressed out to a certain extent. People felt the same way during the 1918 Spanish flu pandemic, but after 2 long years, the world rose up from sickness, grief, and hopelessness, and turned back to health, happiness, and ambition. We need to keep this in mind. The class of 2020 is in a very unique situation. We've been taking classes online, postponing or canceling big senior events, and overall, our experience has been completely different from any other year. This current pandemic will not last forever. There will be an end to it all. We will find hope. We will find freedom. Do not let this virus determine your future. The class of 2020 will succeed. This pandemic is just an obstacle that we've gone around with our heads held high. We will rise once again and escape it. We, the class of 2020, will have great futures. Now, without further ado, here are some personal messages. First and foremost, I just want to say how honored I am to appear before you and speak. I've worked my way up here over the last 4 years, and yet I never expected to receive such a great place in the class. I always thought there were others who were more deserving or wanted it more. Despite these thoughts, I am glad to represent the Davies Class of 2020. I am proud to call myself a member of the Davies community, and these last 4 years have been life-changing. I could never ask for anything else. I want to thank my parents before anyone else. They pushed me to do my best in school and never failed to support me during it. They always loved seeing me succeed, even as a child. To the 3 greatest online friends you could ever ask for, thank you for sticking by my side, even though you've never actually been by it. To Madeline, Kate, and Sarah, I love and appreciate you all so much. To my friends here at school, and there's quite a few of you to list, but I'd like to thank you guys for putting up with me through thick and thin, and I'm happy that you guys gave me a chance and decided to get to know me. You know who you are. I love you guys. I'd also like to thank those teachers who truly believed in me. You've inspired me to become a better student and a better person. I'd especially like to thank Miss Hunt, my AP language teacher from junior year, for always believing that I could be a great person in life. She is truly a gift to the school, and she never fails to make me smile. She made me feel better about myself and my own abilities, and because we are similar people, I never feel alone when going through something. Miss Hunt, I love you and will never forget about you. To the underclassmen, keep working hard. I believe in you all. High school goes by fast, so take advantage of every year. Good luck. To the entire class of 2020, good luck in the future. I know you all will do great things. As I said previously, this virus is not going to destroy our lives. It was a small bump in the road that unfortunately affected our experiences with senior year. But this will not define you. We are strong. I wish the best for you guys, and I have faith that we'll be great people who make their marks in society. Thank you, Davies. Thank you for changing my life. I will miss you all. Thank you.
Thank you, Gloria. And now it's the final time that you all have to sit and listen to me. The task of imparting wisdom upon a graduating class has never felt as insurmountable as it does this year. What can I possibly say that would be proportional to and respectful of everything that you endured this year? How can I give advice to young people that are about to enter adulthood in times like this? We are constantly reminded that these are uncertain, unprecedented, challenging, and difficult times. And the concept of a new normal looms over all of us as we prepare to adjust to post-pandemic conditions and to the social strife that currently is plaguing our country and the world. The problem is, I don't have the answers. In fact, I'm not even sure what questions to ask right now. So I'm switching it up this year. I'm simply going to ask you to join me in reflection. I want you to join me in reflecting upon ways that we can contribute not to a new normal, but rather to a better normal. I have to question what it really even means to be normal. Commonly defined as conforming to the standard type, usual, not abnormal, regular, or natural. From your earliest years, adults have likely told you to act normal, to be normal, and at times reminded you that your behavior was not normal. Perhaps there's no better time than now to challenge what it means to be normal. I'm certainly not saying that everything that is considered to be normal is wrong. Indeed, it should always be normal to ground your life in transcendent values like honesty, integrity, hard work, equity, responsibility, and respect for others. However, there are things that are considered to be normal in our society that I would say are actually anything but. Current conditions have led many of us to realize that the old ways of doing things, what we have long considered to be normal, just don't work anymore. And there's so much uncertainty in the world now that even adults like me aren't sure exactly what to do about it. That presents your generation with a unique opportunity to shape our new normal into a better normal. So as you reflect on how to create this better normal, keep the following 3 things in mind. 1, you are more resilient than you know. You were born into a post-9/11 world, and you will eventually face a post-pandemic world. Like past generations that have struggled through adversity, you have the strength to do the work to make a better normal. Second, small acts can make big changes. Shaping a better normal may seem out of reach, but small acts of kindness, involvement in your local community, and making your voice heard at the ballot box can have more impact than you could imagine. Third, don't cut that which can simply be untied. As you work to build a better normal, remember that not everything is broken, but commit to fixing the pieces that are. No one will ever forget the class of 2020. I want you to use your strength and your grit to bring about the change that we all need. I hope you periodically reflect upon the concept of what is normal and that you always push for it to be better. Moreover, I wish you all a life filled with joy, health, and success. Thank you. And now the moment you've all been waiting for. This is our class of 2020. Thank you all so much for joining us to celebrate the Davies Class of 2020. For more information about Davies, visit daviestech.org. Thanks and have a wonderful night.